The text effects color plugin will allow us to colorize text. So as you can see, we have a font within our scene tree here. We drug our text effects color on our font. We left our font without a material because we're going to use this color plugin to colorize it. And what we need to do first, once we're in the text effects color properties editor, is to choose a color. So we'll come down here and choose our first color. Then we can select our second color down here. So you can navigate your color picker here. There's an HSL, an RGB, a hex, and even a pick here. So if you wanted to select pick and then roll this picker around the screen, it will pick a color from the screen. Now that we have our two colors selected here, we would need to come up to our progress percentage at the very top. And this is how we would actually colorize it. So this is where you'd want to set your keyframes. You would set the progress percentage at 0, set a keyframe, advance it up to 100, and then you would set another keyframe to create an animation. And as you play your timeline here, you can see what's happening to our color. Again, we have our progress type, the absolute and the relative. If it is on relative, you just may need to advance it up further than 100%. There's a direction that we have, so it's set to normal by default. We could change this to opposite, random, static, wave, center, or to center. So earlier we showed you what the opposite does. If it's random, it's just going to come on. If it's random, these colors are just going to change randomly, not in any particular order. If you change it to static and then play your timeline, it's just going to go all at once, or change colors all at once. With the wave, it's just going to run through the colors here. So as you advance it, you can see that it's running through each letter here with the color. And then we have the last two options, center and to center. So this will obviously go out from the center and go to the center. We have an effect range, and again, this just affects the range of the color. So it kind of says like when one color is starting, when to start the next color. So as you can see, we adjust our effect range here. It's adjusting all colors, and then we get down to the individual colors as we decrease it. There's an ignore space, which will take into account the spacing within the word or the letters. There's an ignore new line, so if you have multiple lines. And then there's the text order, which is set to as is by default. We can change this to horizontal. When you do change it, you could then, another box opens up here, and it gives you the option for left to right or right to left. If you change the text order to vertical, again, another box opens up here, gives us the text direction up to down or down to up. So that's basically how you would recolor or colorize your text within Vizrt using the text effects color plugin.